Hello, Virgo. Welcome in. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your general collective reading for March. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This message may or may not be for you, Virgo, so please only take what resonates and leave behind the rest. Before jumping in with the cards, I always like to talk about the energies that I channeled in meditation, and so Virgo, I feel like you're weighing some pros and cons out. I kind of felt you're sitting there in some type of deep contemplation. Also keep in mind, Virgo, this could be for any major Virgo placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. So if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements. But I feel you've got a big choice or a necessary decision that you need to make, and you're weighing the pros and cons. And I do feel you're having a hard time making this decision because you're struggling between the head and the heart. And so a big message I feel you need to hear, Virgo, is you need to remember some people will never, ever be satisfied with what you choose for your life, okay? It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how many compromises you make, how many times you try to please somebody else. Sometimes it's just never, ever going to be enough, Virgo, okay? So resist the urge. Resist the urge to people please, and maybe even resist the urge to be vengeful. But I feel you're kind of coming into God's good graces, but you're weighing the pros and cons. So I'm curious to see what else comes through. Let's go a little bit deeper here. I'm going to be using the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck to start, and we'll start off with this deck, and let's get going here. Self-care. I've got chills going down both of my arms right now, Virgo. So I feel you are very much connected with your guides and your angels at this time. You might even have some archangels that are guiding you on your spiritual journey, and they are saying, hey, you got to fill your own cup first. You got to take care of yourself. You've got to nurture yourself. You've got to make choices for yourself, healthy choices for yourself. And so I think you're weighing the pros and cons of your entire life. I also feel there's something here that's an unhealthy habit, or you could be dealing with somebody who is creating an unhealthy energy in your life. But I feel you are being guided on your journey to really watch out for something or somebody here where you've compromised yourself over and over again. So let's see what else needs to come through, Virgo. Oh, mastery just come out. So you are reaching some type of conclusion when it comes to a powerful lesson. You're reaching the end of some type of cycle. And so you've done a lot of deep-seated healing. It's kind of time to take the bandage off. So I do feel you're rediscovering something, either about something that you've been working on or a person that you've been dealing with. So it's either a person or a situation here where the veil of illusion has been shattered. And so something you didn't originally see, it's like you can't unsee it. It's like the bandage has been ripped off. You can't unsee it. And I feel you detaching from something or someone. Either you've had a tight grip on something or someone, or they have had a tight grip on you. And so whatever situation is at play here, I also feel there is a higher power at work. And so how can you channel these energies properly? Because you're at a major pivot point. I feel divine timing is saying, hey, March is going to be a tough month for the collective. We've got quite a bit of Piscean energy playing out. And so if you've got a lot of Virgo planets or placements, you might be in opposition with this Pisces energy. Pisces is about embracing the chaos, and Virgo is about structure and order. And so when there's too much Virgo, we do need a little bit of Pisces to balance out that Virgo. But I just feel like you're coming into God's good graces. Whenever I think of Virgo energy too, I also think of like the Virgin Mary. And so I feel you're at a major pivot point. Spirit knows what work you've done on your ascension journey, on your spiritual journey. And so I think there might be a lot happening in the month of March, but there is without a doubt a major decision that needs to be made. And so how can you kind of quiet the mind, remove any blocks, remove any expectations, and just be open to receiving maybe some newfound visions? Because I feel you are intensely connecting with your higher self. And I'm getting those chills again down both my arms. And so you could have recently gone through a crown chakra activation, a third eye activation, and maybe the ego is kind of having a hard time dismissing these visions. Like maybe the ego's like, no, this is fantasy, this is illusion. But I just feel you are receiving important messages from the divine, prophetic messages. They could be coming through in dream space. But I feel you're receiving prophetic messages from the divine connected to your service mission. And so there is without a doubt a circumstance that has intensified or will be intensifying that you're going to have to address. And I think you can no longer keep sitting in the energy of weighing the pros and cons. And so that would be Libra energy, indecision, chronic indecision. So you might want to look to where you have Libra in your chart. But this decision will have a substantial impact in your life moving forward. And I think maybe that's why you've had a hard time making this choice. So let's jump in with some tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through for you. We're going to use the Tarot of Dreams deck today. Yeah, there is a major denial of some truth here. And so there's stuck life force energy. I feel major blockages to overcome. There's a major denial of something truthful that needs to come through. This could be like an abundance of downloads. But I feel maybe somebody's had the wool over your eyes. We're going to do 9 cards, Virgo. We're going to see what else needs to come through. Well, you got healing on the bottom of the deck. So let's keep going here. We get the King of Coins. That's your energy, Virgo. We get the 8 of Cups. So there is definitely something that needs to be walked away from. We get Saturn and Pisces energy. And so Saturn is in Pisces right now. And it will be in Pisces for about another 1.5 to 2 years. It usually takes 2 to 2.5 years to transit through a sign, Saturn. And so this is all about spiritual discipline. So we go from the King of Coins to the 8 of Cups to the King of Wands. And that is the action taker. That is the decision maker. We get the Palace of Coins in reversed. We get the Hanged Man in reverse. There's that Piscean energy. There's that new perspective. There's that seeing things in a whole new light. No longer playing the martyr, no longer playing the victim. I feel a walking away of something. Yeah, because there is a cycle here. There is a lesson here that needs to be mastered. There is going to be the conclusion of a powerful lesson, but I think something might need to come back around from the past. Somebody's past might be coming back around to haunt them. We get the Knight of Cups in reversed. We get the 9 of Coins upright. There is that Virgo energy, pre-Empress energy. That is like the Virgin Mary energy, the Virgin Goddess. So we do have somebody here very much connected to the divine, to receiving messages, very much centered in their heart. We could have a couple crossed over loved ones here. We also have, to close off the reading, we got some big love here with the Palace of Cups. And so this is the ultimate. Memories of Atlantis are coming through. I feel there's a higher heart activation and there is healing. And so we are in the age of Aquarius. This is the water bearer. And so there is a connection here that needs to be healed. This is what you wished for. This is what you prayed for, Aquarius. But I do feel there's got to be some type of confession. There's got to be maybe an admitting of where you've compromised your values. I just feel there was a lack of investment. There's a lack of progression. There's so much stuck energy. There's been maybe receiving some poor counsel, receiving some poor advice. Maybe you're overly reliant on watching tarot readers, and not everybody supports your growth journey. Remember that. But there is a need to get really honest here. The 7 of Swords is not good energy. There's somebody here that I feel has carried a heavy burden on their back for quite a while. There's a need to go through some heart healing. And I feel blocks are being removed. And there is, without a doubt, a major realignment taking place. And I do think this is happening this Pisces season. There's some expansion going on here as well. So I feel in order to change your luck, you might need to take a risk. No risk, no reward, but I do feel there is a need to address a connection, maybe a twin soul connection with the 4 of Wands reversed, where there was some manipulation attached to it in the past. And so I do feel somebody here has really deceived themselves. We could have a masculine that just wanted to win at all costs. Doesn't have to be. We could have 2 men here. I just feel this is the same person. I think we could have had a masculine that was just all about the Benjamins, baby, all about earning that money and walking away from a lifestyle that I feel was just rooted in materialism and greed. And I don't think there was a lot of love there. We could have a masculine that was in a long-standing commitment where there wasn't a lot of love. But they're ascending. They're getting their emotional house in order. And they're walking away. And they're finding their drive to take action, I think, to leave a loveless situation behind. Because maybe they've got their eye on a pre-empress here. But I feel there's a perspective shift. And this is, I feel, a masculine going back to something that they walked away from in the past. We do have a feminine here, though, in God's good graces, is what it feels like. And there is big love here to be had. But I feel an apology might be in order. But I feel there's something being alchemized, and we could have a masculine going through some type of an emotional breakdown at a recognition of a huge missed opportunity. Let's take a look at this Hanged Man. Let's take a look at this new perspective, because something here needs to be addressed that's been hidden below the surface. And I do think it's connected to love. There was a missed opportunity, a lack of investment, and I do feel somebody here is now ready to fight for this. There is some type of death, ego death, transformation going on here connected to a lie. There's that Palace of Swords in reversed again. And so I do feel there could be a masculine going through a profound transformation. They could have been dealing with some type of snake, maybe with a Scorpio, doesn't have to be. But there's like a breaking down of the walls. Somebody here was guarded on their heart, and they were denying some type of an emotional truth, but the truth always has a funny way of coming to light. And so there's some type of divine intervention taking place here. So let's see what this King of Wands has to say. Let's see what he's got to say. He's coming for the Empress. I do feel there could be an offer, an unexpected offer, because it's kind of harvest time. And so it's time to birth this new beginning. We've got a masculine here that I feel has a lot of regrets for some poor decisions. Maybe the last couple of years they've been, you know, wallowing in some dark night of the soul. They've got some shadow work to do here. Yeah, definitely connected to a missed opportunity. And so we've got that core wound coming out. And as I'm recording this, we've got the Chiron North Node conjunction taking place tomorrow. And so this is all about going into a core wound. And maybe there's a core mother wound that was a block. So I do feel some deep inner child healing. I do feel there could have been a separation or an ending in the past, but there might be an opportunity for a renewal, and maybe it will be even more passionate than you remember the first time around. But there's definitely a need to address some inner child wounds, some inner child patterns, because that's been a block to victory, and that's created a lot of stuckness. And so I feel somebody was all up in their ego, unwilling to make a decision because they were too busy weighing the pros and the cons, and they were holding on for dear life to a situation that they wanted to have control over, wearing a mask, like a mask of steel. And Pandora's box has been opened, and somebody's going to be able to not unsee this. And so let's take a look at this big love. I picked up the whole deck, and we got the Fool. So there is going to be an opportunity for a brand new beginning here. But I also feel somebody's feeling like a sacred clown. Yeah, maybe because there was some type of betrayal. So there might be a need to address a past betrayal. We get the Queen of Cups. And we get the Justice reverse. So we could have had a masculine dealing with the Queen of Cups, maybe dealing with the Pisces. Doesn't have to be somebody that was maybe a life partner. But this Queen of Cups, I feel, can be very vengeful, very bitter. If you look, she doesn't look too happy. And it does have a Pisces symbol on her necklace. And I think somebody's really held tight to something here. So there is a situation here in the balance. There's the weighing of the pros and the cons. And so there's been a complicated decision needing to be made. And I do feel March is the month of taking action. And maybe by the Pisces new moon. We do have a Pisces new moon coming up here. So I think get ready for all of the skeletons to come out of the closet. What stays hidden always does come to light. And I feel we've got a masculine here taking unexpected action towards wish fulfillment. They're going after wish fulfillment, maybe after several years of blocked communication. Let's get you a closing message. Let's see what the past life lesson is with this message today. What is the past life lesson for Virgo? Definitely could be dealing with the Pisces. The past life lesson is all about greed. So I do feel that might be a challenge. That might be a challenge when it comes to weighing the pros and the cons. We could have somebody here that's been a faithful servant, just looking for a man to take care of them. And you know, we could have a man here that's wealthy, that has faithfully taken care of a karmic, that was only with them for their money. and the life that they provided. And so I think that's a challenge. We could have a masculine that's really struggled when it comes to clinging to material possessions and learning that we can't give material possessions power over us. And maybe that's a lesson this lifetime. And then we get the abandoned energy with the arranged marriage and adversary. So I do feel somebody's got some challenges to overcome, and I feel they've created their own roadblocks, and they invited somebody in as a spiritual test, and there is some type of an arranged partnership here, and there's an opportunity to go towards a higher union. And so I feel somebody's in some type of status quo foundation, purely out of obligation, and maybe they abandoned this empress in the past, but I feel they're learning to overcome these feelings of aloneness and unwantedness. And I do feel they might have to walk away from everything. They might have to completely lose it all to go towards another lover. And so I just feel somebody's really struggling, because I think they will be down on their luck if they choose another lover, because there's somebody here involved in a relationship where they've hidden who they really want to be with on their heart, even though they've remained loyal to this person on their heart. So pay attention to the music. I just heard my washing machine ding. So 1613 on the timer. Pay attention to the music. There's a tower. There is something here reaching completion. And I feel on the flip side of this, there is somebody here that might be corrupt or vengeful and very envious of the connection that you might be manifesting or going towards. And so we and us alone are responsible for our successes and our failures. So somebody here is taking initiative. They've been planning for a while, and they're going towards an empress who I feel is already enjoying the fruits of her labor. And I do feel a connection where secrets are coming to light. Secrets are coming to light. This is a connection that is unconventional. And I do feel the both of you will be like trailblazers. So that's kind of what I got for March, Virgo. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.